Hello, my name is Jason Leong and this is day 26 of the MCO and I have been putting on weight. Now recently, the Deputy Minister of Women, Family and Community Development managed to develop some resentment among women, families and communities with this video addressing the rise in domestic violence during this lockdown period.
Dan sekiranya ada timbul sesuatu yang boleh membawa kepada pergolakan dalam keluarga, kita hendaklah melihat kebaikan yang ada pada pasangan kita.
So to be clear, in the context of rising domestic abuse, she is reminding women to think of their husband's strengths during domestic abuse. What kind of strengths are we talking about here? The strength of the husband's right cross and left hook? Can you imagine if you are diagnosed with COVID-19, you're COVID-19 positive, you're lying down there suffering, and then the doctor says you must think of the strengths of the coronavirus and be thankful. Thankfully, the MCA Youth Chief, Nicole Wong, issued a strong statement saying that this woman is not fit to be the Deputy Minister. Finally, MCA showing some nerves of steel and a spine. Just joking, she immediately apologized. As such, I would like to offer my humblest apology to YB Siti Zaila and seek for her forgiveness. MCA, please regain your dignity. Hello? Huh? Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Yes, my bad. MCA never had dignity. It was also announced during the third phase of the MCO that some businesses like hairdressers and barbershops would be reopened. And immediately, the Malaysian Hairdressing Association said that they will most likely not reopen because saving lives is more important than looking good. Also, who knew that Malaysia had a Malaysian Hairdressing Association? One question, during their AGMs, do they have old copies of Lao Fu Chi magazines lying around? Am I pronouncing right? Lao Fu Chi. Lao Fu Zi. Sorry, banana. Now look, let me say something from the bottom of my heart, okay? I'm a Chinese guy with really sparse and pathetic facial hair growth, okay? My hair on my face is like stubborn cacti on a desert, okay? This region right here, this region reminds me of my pubic area when I was 13 years old, okay? And with my hair growing out like this, with no barber to cut it, and my facial hair growing like this, I look like a homeless pedophile. Now, I know what some of you are saying. Some of you are saying, Jason, why don't you just shave it off? Just let your hair grow, no problem, no barbers, but just shave off your mustache and this thing here and all. Just shave it off. Here's the problem. If I let my hair grow out and I shave off all my facial hair, I look like a poorer version of Jolo. Despite all that, I still will not go to the barbershops even if they are reopening because social distancing is more important. Despite opposition to barbershops and hairdressers reopening, a former Penang State Exco member, YB Afif Bahardin, had different opinions. Amongst other things, Afif said, according to the New England Journal of Medicine, there was a study where hair cutting can reduce blood pressure. Okay, full disclaimer, YB Afif is a former colleague of mine. We work together in Penang General Hospital. However, I think he spoke too hastily when he cited the New England Journal of Medicine study because in the New England Journal of Medicine study, people who went to the barbers were separated into two groups. One group had pharmacists in the barbershops giving them advice, and the second group, they had the barbers themselves trained to promote lifestyle modification and frequent visits to doctors. So it's not the same as going to the barbers, getting your hair cut, and your blood pressure is lowered magically. No, it is with the presence of trained barbers and pharmacists as well. So it's not the same context as what we're experiencing now, where we are trying our best to social distance and break the chain of infection. So in this regard, my learned friend YB Afif spoke too hastily and it's definitely wrong. Afif, don't be angry, eh? Friend, don't be angry, eh? But if you are angry, I have a message for you.
Kita gunakan dua magic word, iaitu sentiasa berterima kasih dan sentiasa meminta maaf.
So for the time being, I won't be going anywhere to cut my hair, even if the barbers themselves can be 1 meter away from me whilst cutting my hair. Now this pandemic is hitting everyone hard. Even our neighbours down south Singapore has started their own lockdown called a circuit breaker. This is how some Singaporeans are taking it.
Social distancing doesn't really make sense when it doesn't apply to all places. Like in the morning, I went to the market with my mom and all. It's so hectic, so crowded, everywhere is pushing everybody.
That's because you are there. You are part of the crowd. You make the crowd. It's like when you're complaining, you're stuck in a traffic jam. You are the traffic jam.
So in fact, I've travelled just 2.5 weeks ago, perfectly fine. I have people distancing themselves away from me.
This is not social distancing.
But then, even if I'm infected, I mean, like, it's my problem lah. Like, it's very personal, actually.
It's not just your problem. Right now, there is 1.7 million people around the world with COVID-19. What makes you think that the virus which you get from someone else will only be your problem? In fact, right now, during that interview, if you are COVID-19 positive, you probably will be infecting 2 other people. The guy interviewing you and the cameraman. So it's not just your own problem.
I'm not saying that I'm not scared lah, but if I really get it, then okay lor, like just get it and recover.
Yeah, just get it and recover. I don't know what those 100,000 other people around the world are doing, which includes young people. What are they doing? I mean, why did they get the COVID-19 and then decide not to recover? Instead, they chose to die. So stupid. Just recover. Look, Singapore, as your neighbor, Malaysia, please take this circuit breaker seriously. The stats are showing that you are going to follow Malaysia's path and you're just 2 weeks behind. Please take this seriously. I want Singapore and Singaporeans to be safe because when all this is over, I cannot wait to visit Singapore and not eat your food. So please, take care. Be safe, stay at home. In global news, a UK think tank has said that there may be grounds for everyone to sue China for damages incurred during this pandemic. Now, following that same logic, I just want to ask, when can countries like Malaysia, Singapore and India sue the UK for damages incurred when the British Empire pillaged and plundered our countries? And how much can we sue for? Anything? Just have your people call my people. Now remember, at the end of the day, no matter how stupid Malaysian politicians sound, at least, they don't sound as stupid as this orange bag of air.
They develop drugs like the antibiotics. You see it, antibiotics used to solve every problem. Now one of the biggest problems the world has is the germ has gotten so brilliant that the antibiotic can't keep up with it.
Okay, look. Antibiotics work against bacteria. The coronavirus is a virus, as hinted by its name, which has the word virus. So antibiotics do not work against viruses. Antivirals work against viruses. However, up till now, we don't have an antiviral for the COVID-19. That's why this pandemic is happening. So please, can someone in the US grab some crayons and explain it to the most powerful man in the most powerful country? Because if you don't, I predict by the next press briefing, he will say that the best way to combat COVID-19 is by installing Norton Antivirus. That's all for now for the 4th episode of the All Day Show with No Budget with me, Jason Leong. Till next time, please stay safe and stay at home. And remember, together we will beat this pandemic. United we stand, but not so close together. Stay safe. Bye-bye.